pronounce the word real expensive. Real expensive.
Welcome to Watch With Us, everybody. I'm here with
Dave.
and, of course, me, Harry. Well, welcome back, Dave. It's been a while. We started watching DS9 before this, and we fucking spiraled into a very deep philosophical conversation. So we figured maybe Voyager would do the same trick.
We created a new
or we'd see if Voyager would do the same thing.
Well, we created a new genre of humor. It's called transdimensional.
Transdimensional humor, yeah.
You only get the joke after it's been said. That's
and
normal.
Explained to you, but that's
well, you have to. Or it has to be explained.
I think that already exists. And it's called a bad joke. When you have to explain it to somebody.
Oh, of course. Well, of course you think it's a bad joke. You're of the lower dimension. It's transdimensional.
Of course, you, Harrison.
Well, or whoever is in that position, which would be me in another case, you know.
Again, I think this type of humor already exists, Dave, and it's called pretentious, unfunny bullshit.
Well, of course it seems that way.
Yeah. So we decided to see if Voyager could keep us on the pretentious, bullshitty humor fucking line, and I don't think it's gonna work.
We had a choice between a good TNG episode,
a decent for the second episode, the second season. It was a decent episode, yes.
Yeah.
Or the second,
or roll the dice on Voyager,
the first real episode of Voyager after the pilot two-parter,
and of course,
which is why I put that parentheses episode 2 on Netflix, because did they play these back to back when they aired it? Episode 1 and 2. Yeah, because they call it. I guess it's episode 1, part 1 and 2.
Was this on UPN or fucking when it originally aired?
I want to say UPN because I remember so many UPN commercials for Voyager.
It was this
but I don't know.
Sequest DSV
Was
and
that
fucking
was that when it was
Babylon 5 after?
Yeah, but was that when it was syndicated? It was on UPN, so that's why we had all the commercials.
Might have been on UPN syndicated.
Yeah, I remember all those commercials, but I don't
so
know if it was like
Voyager the last
Voyager.
actual CBS fucking?
No,
Star Trek?
Enterprise.
Is that the difference?
Enterprise
was on actual CBS. It wasn't on some Paramount fucking spin-off.
I don't think so. I think they all were on CBS. Aired. It was just it syndicated immediately.
It was just syndicated to UPN.
Well, it was syndicated immediately because they all had like 7 seasons. Yeah. So like after 1 season, you have enough episodes.
So UPN is the B channel, and that's why they put Sequest on it. And
you need you need 100 episodes to be syndicated. That way you can play pretty much every day of the year. That has like day of the week or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what 5, just 4 seasons probably. 4 seasons or 5 seasons. So once they get that, it's syndicated. So I guess it's not immediately syndicated because 5 years. Or 4 in the very least. But yeah, so Voyager season 1 episode 2. Everybody set that up. I think VLC is not being picked up here. There you go. You can see the timer there now. I will start it here. So 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Go. I'm a little behind there. Majestic music playing. Oh, nice. We immediately start out with B'Elanna Torres having punched a man. This guy is also probably killed at some point. Because we never see him again.
Or B'Elanna killed him.
Secretly, and then like shoved him through an airlock or something.
Well, you know those intrusive thoughts we were talking about?
Yeah, she listens to those.
Yeah, that's her problem. That's why she's a monkey. That's like
she looks more alien without the makeup. Have you ever seen her
without
the fucking Klingon ridges on?
Well, I'm assuming that's just my racist dick.
She's not that black. But have we explained your racist dick? Yeah, it's implied. You know what a racist dick is, everybody.
I want to write a song. That'd be a great song.
Dick.
My racist dick.
Yeah, she has like a fucking 7 head. Like, there's no forehead on her. She has fucking a huge fucking space between her fucking
Like
hair
Christina,
and her fucking
like
eyebrows.
Christina fucking from Casper there. Christina fucking what's her name?
Worse than that. She looks like
Worse than that. That chick's almost fucking half bald.
She looks like somebody is like she's a half breed between human and alien. You're 100% correct. But the actress that plays B'Elanna Torres looks like a mutant. Like there was no half breeding. It's just genetically fucking weird. I know that's insulting and horrible, but sometimes people are freaks. She's one of them.
Oh, that also I was going to go back to. That was like that fucking The Last Jedi.
What about it? Oh, spoilers for The Last Jedi. Warn everybody.
Yeah. It's too old now. Just get over it.
It's a couple weeks. I don't know if my dad has seen it though, and he's listening. So spoilers for my dad.
Well, okay. I wasn't gonna go there anyways.
He doesn't care. Go ahead.
But like The Last Jedi, it's like there's a fucking there's a mutiny amongst the rebels. Oh my!
Oh yeah,
like,
shocking! Surprise, surprise!
Yeah. They're having a mutiny amongst the rebels.
The resistance has rebels. The resistance is rebellic.
Color me surprised.
Yeah, nerd.
Like, it's like being pirates. That's why pirates have, like, we divvy up all the booty even and we fucking
Well, it's like
the
first known democracy, isn't it? Like,
right?
Yeah, like they actually vote on shit. Like, because the captain's like, yeah, if I don't listen to these guys, they're going to slit my throat in my sleep.
Exactly.
We're all on this tiny boat in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's
That's
real
right.
easy just to toss a guy overboard.
Maybe, I guess that's the real hypocrisy of America in the 21st century is if you become the empire and you want to be rebels, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You either have to divvy up the riches, but if you want to have inequality, that's empire's game.
Yeah.
Fucking.
now that I'm looking at her, maybe the pictures I've seen of her are like where they've done her hair, but they haven't put the makeup on yet. So like,
she just doesn't seem like a person.
So no, they've like shaped her hair as far back as they can, and maybe even shaved it a bit to give.
Oh yeah, because that's pushed back for sure.
It's pushed back, but I think maybe I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be. I just seen a picture with her hair done like that, so it's all pushed back, and they're ready to they've already put the skull cap on over the hair.
With the fucking Klingons is they're always trying to make it like it's like a little bit soft punk.
I think she might be also half human.
Or like if you go full Mad Max, you end up with a shaved fucking top of the head, long in the back, like a skull.
It's only a partial Mad Max that they give her.
Yeah,
And then
it's
they
just
put the
like
ridges on.
it's like an ode to extremism.
But like looking at her right now, and like it's the second episode, so the fucking budget is fucking zero, and she's only half Klingon. It's almost like it's just makeup. Like there's no prosthetic on her head, like Michael Dorn has to wear.
Yeah,
like a normal Klingon. Like it looks like it might just be putty that they have to apply. She might be only on that chair for like half an hour to get that kind of fucking easy job done, which is just a testament to the fucking very limited budget Voyager started out with. We were watching that Junk Ball Media when they were talking about the model versus like the CG one they get like halfway through the series, and how like the model was just like they just gave up on some stuff.
Yeah,
and it's just like black, like, or just like the tape is still on it. It's just covering up something. The lights aren't on. And then in the 6th season, when they do the CG one, you can see the light, like right there in the back of the. There's supposed to be lights underneath the shuttle bay, right there.
Yeah, that's
big
right.
glowing lights, and because there's giant windows, and they're just like, fuck, we can't do it. And then later on, they're just
You'd
like,
think that would be really stupid if you have a shuttle coming in hot, half controlled. You've got your nets deployed in the shuttle bay, but right below the shuttle bay, there's fucking windows.
Yeah.
Into a fucking pressurized fucking room. And a big pressurized room at that. It's fucking 3 big windows.
Yeah, that looks like 2 decks. Like
that's where you'd put the fucking gym or something.
Or is that where the fucking like
or the acid of the warp core?
No.
Oh no, because that's fucking up and down.
Is that like the med bay? The not med bay? The fucking place where they eat, the galley? Because the galley has those big windows.
Oh, they don't have a 10 forward. They have a 10 aft.
Maybe. What do they call their 10
It would be 10 aft. It would be like 25 aft.
Eventually, they just call it Neelix's. Don't
Yeah.
they? Like, we're gonna go eat at Neelix's.
I always felt like that was in the middle of the ship.
Oh, it does
also
have the
inside.
windows there now.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
it looks so stupid. You're right. Like, that'd be a terrifying window to be sitting at when a shuttle came in.
Yeah. Well, no. People would go there to watch the shuttles come in, but you wouldn't want to be there when shit was not going to plan.
Yeah, that one that crashes. Or just clips the fucking end.
Oh, Tom Paris when he's testing the Delta Flyer there.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Comes in at like you said, a hot land.
I just lost all control, and I'm supposed to be braking right now, so...
So, we're led to believe here that there's, like, 40 to 50 people on that shitty Maquis ship.
I'm assuming it's like a fucking bird of prey. Yeah, 50. Maybe 80 tops.
You could probably
80 with like a 20 crew fucking
because
landing party.
They
or
have
storm
150
party.
men on the 150 crew on the Voyager, and they lose half in the last episode. They lost half the crew, and then they supplement that with the Maquis. The only reason she doesn't throw them all in the brig is because she needs them to run this goddamn ship. Which makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to run a starship with like fucking 20 people. You're going to be run off your ass, and you're going to be working like 18-hour shifts.
Here's the thing.
But...
This is a fucking military organization, sort of. Like, pseudo-military. They would have considered that already. They'd be like, if you need to run this crew indefinitely, like, it happens for they have it for boats, for submarines, like...
3-man shifts. They have 8-hour shifts. That is bullshit for a starship.
Yeah, you make it easy. Make it like 6 at most.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is, on like, in perfect conditions, that's fine. Like 8-hour shifts, then you have like 8 hours fucking to sleep, get good sleep, and 8 hours to yourself. That's a nice job.
Yeah,
that's a good job. In this situation, sorry, you don't get fucking 16 hours of downtime. But you're working 18-hour days.
Oh yeah,
and
if you're only going to crew 100. Yeah,
and you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's fucking no backup. There's no down. Like, no, I'm sorry. You're not getting your 8 hours of fucking holodeck time.
Oh, they should have made that part of Janeway's coffee addiction.
Well,
everybody, we're all drinking coffee all the fucking time now.
They bring it up.
Doc, put some little amphetamines in the coffee a little bit.
There's an episode where they go.
We need
to
go
Void.
a little bit Hitler here.
Do you remember the Void episode? Where they go to the space where there's no stars, there's nothing. You just go at warp for fucking ever, and there's nothing.
Yeah. The Expanse.
It's some kind of
the Delta. No.
It might be the Delta Expanse. They call it the Expanse in Enterprise, which is a completely different thing, I think. But I think in this they call it the Delta Expanse. But eventually they start running out of like power for their fucking reclamator
The
and like
land that God forgot. Never mind.
Yeah, basically. But they start running out of shit. Yeah. And you're like, it's cool, but it brings up way more questions than it has entertainment value. Because you're like, why don't you just start chucking your fucking couches into the transporter? If you can transport matter into energy, then just leave it as energy. You will never, as long as you can throw shit into the fucking transporter, you have energy.
Yeah, you go to a planet, you start hucking shit in the fucking...
You never think about that in any other Star Trek because they never bring it up in a way where you'd have to think about it because they're smart about it.
Because if the idea is, yes, it takes a lot of energy to get it to start fucking releasing energy, but once you do, like, all the energy, the nuclear energy within the atoms is released...
Yeah, it's bullshit. You're saying that it takes more power to transfer matter into energy?
The whole
doesn't
point
make
of
any sense.
Warp drive shit existing is that we've unlocked we've already have atomic power.
Yeah,
we've already unlocked the power of the universe.
Yeah, it's fourth dimensional suck. Like, we are not running... The lithium is creating the warp reaction.
Oh, we may be absolutely crumpling other dimensions.
Yeah.
Nuclear power.
Totally. But like, dilithium isn't a fuel for the warp core. It's a process of creating the warp field. Yeah. You need that to create the warp field, but the energy they're applying to the dilithium
is nuclear.
Is huge, way more than nuclear. And
they're mixing nuclear with like
matter or something.
Physics.
Yeah. It's way more powerful than just nuclear power. Yeah. Like, it's huge and it's inexhaustible because you need it to be inexhaustible to affect the dilithium.
Well, the idea is once you get the reaction started,
or warp reaction,
you just run it.
Yes, once the warp reaction is created,
you need to figure out what to do with the energy is the problem.
Yes, you need to keep feeding energy into the warp core to make it stable.
That's one thing I like about that bridge game that they kind of got right.
How it
was
works.
like fucking.
Neither of us are experts. We're just lovers, but lovers of Star Trek. Lovers of Star Trek, not experts. But
well, I guess we're technically common law.
Yeah, technically, in California we would.
We'll sue each other for all the nothing we have.
Yeah. I get half a fucking diddly. But yeah, I'm assuming that's the way the warp core works from gleaning information that they give me on the series. I haven't read a technical manual or anything.
Oh, so it's like the next step to nuclear physics that we have now is
I'm aware of the whole folding paper poking a dot through it. Like I get that shit.
Instead of cracking the atom, you crack like you're producing antimatter.
Yeah. The point is
reactions.
The point is there's an actual science behind it.
Yes. Yeah,
exactly. And when they pose these kind of questions that really the science hasn't tackled, like because they haven't had
all
reason
Gene Roddenberry did in the fucking 50s or 60s was like fucking look at where physics was and then be like, oh well, let's postulate.
When they created the holodeck and the fucking replicators in TNG, they didn't do that.
No,
they're just like, this is a cool idea, and then they don't get into it in detail because these questions get raised. And Voyager was just like, oh, fuck it. Let's just bring up this question.
Initially, I would assume that, like, the fucking...
there is a scene...
It would always cost you more energy to replicate than you would get from... It would cost you energy to get rid of shit.
Yes, but
you're disassembling shit. But then, like, they contradict that with everything else they fucking do.
There's an actual scene during that episode where Chakotay gives her a gift of a pocket watch or some bullshit.
And they fucking feed it to the ship.
She gets all pissed off and says... You shouldn't have replicated this.
It's a
waste of energy. And she throws it back in the replicator. And you're assuming that...
It goes back into the ship.
Because
or else she just expended more energy
to fucking turn it back into energy. Yeah. That's why a zero-sum game. It's actually a negative.
Which negates the point of the storytelling of... I have to keep this now because it would cost me more to get rid of it.
Because you're bringing
I can launch it into space, but it would just be spite.
Because you're bringing up the fact that you're running out of power, which doesn't make any sense. You can get your power drained. Yeah. They do it all the time. Power gets drained from the shields. Power gets drained from the warp core, whatever. But they haven't... It's not like they have to fuel up at a gas station.
Yeah.
It's not Spaceballs.
Yeah. Like the whole reason we can travel deep into space is... that you can live on nothing.
Yes.
Like, you're pulling energy out of your ass.
Yes, and that's why it's kind of easy in Star Trek, because we have inexhaustible amounts of energy.
Yeah. That was the whole dream of the 50s.
It's the
nuclear power.
It's the crux of how everything works in Star Trek, and they just torpedo themselves.
Well,
it's like that scene in Red October when they fucking fire the torpedo and it comes back at them.
Yeah.
You've killed us.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You idiots.
Well, everybody clamoring for explanations of shit ends up negating it when the answer really is because they have infinite power. You have infinite power, so you can fucking throw power. You throw power at the problem like you throw slaves at it now.
And they're lazy in their writing, and they're like, "Oh, we have to have an episode where they start running out of power." That'd be cool if they're like the power lights are flickering on the.
And that's why they're so obsessed about power, because they're like, "Oh fuck, the
power
is out. We're fucked."
And just talking about
it
here,
freeze to death.
I've already solved the problem. The Expanse just drains power.
Yeah, there's nothing to fucking like.
And now that I said that, they might actually. That might actually.
Oh, yeah, they're like, oh, dude, we gotta start running the engines so fucking hot right now because we're leeching so much fucking heat energy into the space.
They can't be that stupid. They had to have done that. Well, I guess when we get to that episode, we'll find out. But they can't be that. They have to have done that.
To keep our radiated heat, we have to fucking keep the shields up. Well, like, we have to change the shields so it reflects all our shit back at us, always keep them up at a certain level.
I think
so we're always fucking running hot.
Now that we've talked about it, I think the idea is the area is sucking so much energy that they have to shut things off. That's why those shitty ships are able to sneak attack them. Because they have to run everything off, so they jump out, attack them, transport all the stuff off because their shields are down. Because if their shields are up, they'd be drained.
It's weird, like, they lost the point of that whole Expanse.
But again,
that's exactly what it is. It's like, no, it changes the way you behave.
Know. Yeah, but I don't know.
Everybody on the same playing field.
I don't know if they actually say that, or if it's just... Expanse, nothing. If there's just nothing there, I don't think it's actually draining their power because from my memory,
well, what if just nothing being there is a fucking
no. But I know you're trying to like make it better,
and
do it, but I can't remember if
they actually had that caveat in it, or if it was just bullshit. Because I have too much faith in humanity.
We're just talking right over the Doctor's entire fucking backstory.
Oh yeah,
he's like explaining himself.
It's the first time we get to the Doctor. Oh, and I remember how good looking this girl is, but her hair is so awful for like the first 2 seasons. And then right when they kick her off the show, she has that really long, beautiful blonde hair. And I'm like, oh, you are pretty.
Yeah.
You just look like a moron through most of this series.
Your head's like an acorn.
It's huge. That hair makes her head look gigantic. God, we're being really shallow in this episode. We're talking about appearance a lot.
It's Voyager. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but we're really picking on the women for being ugly here.
I would fire this series into the sun.
Yeah. But the best part about Voyager is it takes place all in the Delta Quadrant, so they don't really affect anything other than quasi-destroying the Borg.
At least it wasn't a holographic fever dream.
Yeah. And in canon, technically...
Fucking Enterprise.
In canon, technically, Captain Yezri Dax of the Enterprise J destroys the Borg with the help of, like...
You don't destroy the Borg!
It's in a book, but it's technically canon, I think. And
also, didn't Janeway do it when she got back?
I think Nog is the chief engineer of the Enterprise J. I can't remember. But it's like, the Enterprise J is basically a city in space. They basically put a warp core in a
space station.
Well, they basically chop off the saucer section of EDS-1 and put a fucking secondary hull on it and fucking go through space. It's huge. But they end up destroying the Borg, and it's like 100 years later. But I prefer this way to destroy the Borg. Like, the future Janeway's a badass. She's a horrible war criminal, but...
The problem is they go down the path of that there's a Borg queen. As soon as you do that, you're fucking everything up, and then fucking...
Because the whole idea is that
then you can Janeway the Borg.
A collective.
Yeah, because if Janeway'd the Borg, the real old Borg, it would have been pointless. That was the whole point of the Borg. Yeah, you can fucking kill millions of them. It doesn't fucking matter.
I like the whole...
They're just out there.
The whole idea is that, like, the one thing the Borg learned from
They're decentralized.
Well, the one thing the Borg learned from the humans was the best part about them was their individuality.
Yeah.
So they tried to work it in, like, puppy dogs and flowers and unicorns. Okay, but the humans don't have a fucking monopoly on uniqueness.
Yeah.
Like, every race they've come across so far has had uniqueness. Like, it's not like I understand,
like humanity's flying through space, being like, "You look at you," and giving them like a fucking.
And I guess that's the idea that all the races of Star Trek
little light
are
punch in the
stereotypes.
shoulder.
Like all the Andorians have like a trait. They're all the same. All the Vulcans are the same. All the Klingons are the same. All the Romulans are the same.
We're painting with broad strokes for a reason.
But the humans do have that instinctual. We cover all the alignments. We're good. We're bad. We're neutral. We're shitty. We're awesome. Like. You can have a lot of different kinds of humans.
Well, because that story is us.
Yes,
right?
but that doesn't translate into uniqueness being our best trait.
Yeah.
It's just...
We're the every race?
Yeah, like that... It really highlights the simpleness of the Star Trek universe.
Well, fuck, you only had 40... No,
and
I guess
I guess that's a common theme with Voyager, is they bring up cool ideas and plots, but it just highlights the already present mistakes in the universe.
Yeah.
That we don't have to think about because no other Star Trek puts that fucking spotlight on them.
It's a spectacle. You go, look over here! Don't
mind
that over there!
Don't think too much about the transporter because really it's kind of murdering people and making clones of them on the planet.
Like, it could be. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who cares?
no.
Look at this thing over
but
here.
Don't think about it too much.
Yeah. Holy fuck, is that a Ferengi cruiser?
Yeah, is that some lasers going off?
Yeah.
Is that some weird political situation we can talk about? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about the transporters.
Oh my god, this species fucks their kids. But they're cool with it, and it works for some reason.
Yeah, I was also under the impression, too, that
dun, dun, dun.
most of the Maquis were either ex-Starfleet officers, retired Starfleet officers, or Starfleet citizens. I would assume that they would integrate with the Starfleet crew fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, there's no Cardassians for us to kill here? Oh, I guess we'll get along then, because...
What I don't understand is that, like, all Janeway has to do is tell her own fucking people to back off picking on the Maquis people. Because the Maquis are like, listen, we're fucking morally in the right here.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think that's the thing is...
If you want to go there, fucking say your piece. Like...
I think that you'd have to... I think at this point it's like the Maquis is still around, so it's a hot button issue. People haven't decided whether or not they're in the right yet. They should have, because it's obvious that the Maquis are in the right. Like the deal that the Federation signed is bullshit. Like it's just appeasement in allowing the Cardassians to build up again for another war. But
oh my god, you know how he explained Chakotay's bullshittiness and his spirituality garbage?
Well, how
you
like
fucking no, you make them into sort of pseudo bohemians because they're like, well, I know that I studied the same shit you did. You guys have all the resources. We didn't have a lot, so we had we had to fill our time with other shit.
They actually
he's fucking worshiping space bears in space.
You don't remember like the futuristic device that he has that actually allows him to communicate with his spirit animal?
Yeah, I fucking hate Voyager.
Yeah, like they got a lot of shit for that.
Yeah, that's fuck that. That's stupid. You know why though? That's because they're Americans, and America fucking wiped out their entire native population.
But I mean, like,
they actually have no respect for fucking writing for that.
Exactly.
Shit. You couldn't get away with that shit here.
It's so insulting.
Anytime you see native shit in the States and in American media, here it would be completely offensive and fucking pulled off the air. You could never write that shit here because I'm friends with these people. Like,
well, it's so obviously insulting to their ancient beliefs,
right?
And that's not again. It's all bullshit. All religion. All ancient beliefs. It's all stupid.
So is Roman Catholicism.
Yeah, but it's called tact.
It's culture.
And it's called not being rude and not like making fun of some. And it's not. I'm not saying that they intended to make fun of it, but
we've already all
when you handle that kind of topic with very clumsy gloves and drop the ball, you should not be. Like, don't even attempt to pick that ball.
You can't write that kind of thing because it negates the whole fucking. I disagree with what you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
Yes.
It negates that because it's like trying to fucking shoehorn everything into one.
Well, and there's no reason for it. Unless you're deliberately trying to bring up, like Star Trek does well, political situations in this day and age and like reverse it and show us a mirror of ourselves and blah, 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 blah. They're not. They were just using it as a story device to fucking progress some bullshit, and it just was tacky. Yeah. And that's the biggest sin you can do about somebody's beliefs is represented as
like it's dumb. Better to truthfully maintain this
unless you're legit unless you're like ripping on it and like making fun of it and trying to be funny about it, then okay, but
it's better to more truthfully maintain the mysticism of spirituality than to try to fucking make spirituality seem real.
Yes, and that's what they tried to do. They tried to science their fucking beliefs.
Yeah, which is a fucking insult.
Well, to them, to us it's I think it's interesting and funny.
Yeah.
But I can understand why.
Well, once again, it goes back to the fucking I disagree with what some people believe out there, but I'll defend to the death the right to fucking say it.
Yeah. And again, there would have been a way to bring in Chakotay's beliefs.
Exactly.
But again, it's my gripe with the Bajorans. The Bajorans would never be.
But that would have made him cool as an advisor and a first officer, as a fucking sage who studies his religion.
Yes, doesn't believe. He studies.
But gets the wisdom out of it. Yes. Like the benefits still. Because, like every fucking modern person today.
Because, again,
or else you'd be barbarians.
Another thing that Star Trek doesn't talk about, because it would shine a light on shit we don't want to ask questions about, is that all the people of Earth are atheists. They never bring up God. They never bring up any religion. You never see a priest.
And Picard will actively fucking stamp that shit out.
They just don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Because the underlying message is all religion on Earth was wiped out.
And it's brilliant to study, and it's nice to get our stories
and they have great lessons and great stories and everything, and they don't shine a light on it, they don't pick on it, but bringing up the fact that Chakotay believes in spirit animals and like talking to his...
is ridiculous.
Well, it's just... Well, then where did all the other... Why did his beliefs survive, but nobody else's
And why does B'Elanna not believe in Klingon gods, then? That they fucking killed?
Yeah. Well, Worf does, technically, right? We killed our gods many years ago. Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, but that's because...
the belief you guys had before you guys became spacefaring race or spacefaring race.
Yeah, but he's not that smart of a guy, remember? So fucking...
No, but he
he's
was
supposed to
fucking,
be
he
an
grew
average
up, he did
simpleton.
his formative education on a fucking Starfleet planet and went to Starfleet Academy. He's fucking atheist. He has to. Because it's Starfleet. One of the criteria
or he'd have walked himself into such a fucking
mental gymnastic corner that he can justify it. But like the fact that the Bajorans are even considered for the
like
Federation
airline
membership
pilots who are
is a
flat
joke.
earthers.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like no. Well, I guess there are scientist believers
and
like,
surgeons who believe in 6,000-year-old Earth.
yes, like that. Yeah,
You're like, I work in you work in biology where you understand evolution to fucking
faith
make
is a
your
fucked up
living
thing, and
every day.
and it can override a lot of logic.
Yeah.
But we can have that discussion and laugh at it, but Star Trek shouldn't.
Yeah.
Star Trek should just ignore that and just say, none of us believe in God. We're all science. It's Star Trek. Science.
Well, the idea is too is you're out there with a bunch of other civilizations and everything too. It's about coexistence as well. Like,
yeah. And
I'm not going to pick a fight with somebody who's going to disagree with me in
again, I'm not disagreeing with the Bajorans having a religious.
Like, I'm not going to push the matter with somebody who's going to actively be like, well, no, God's real. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking push it.
No. But if you're going to bring that up with the Bajorans and be like, okay, this is an issue. We want them to be Federation citizens, but they have this whole religious thing, and that's an issue. But they just bring it up and then just let it float there.
Yeah.
They never push each other. Fucking Sisko never gets into an argument or even a discussion with Kira about the future of the Bajorans and saying,
Sisko could pull up like Starfleet records,
and just
all
be
these things of other Starfleet crews running into space aliens and being like, "See, look,
he
gods,
could bring
Apollo
up all he has to do is bring up the Federation Charter, and there's that one thing for requirement for Federation membership is all religion is either abolished or in a place where it's
an academic matter.
It's not a powerhouse.
Yeah.
It's not controlling the government. Yeah. It has no
you
influence.
Can't be a theocracy at all.
Yes, it's a belief, whatever.
Yeah.
You can believe whatever you want, but it's not like at the very most.
It can't influence your.
It exists.
Actions.
It just exists.
Yeah.
Your religion. That's it. But with the Bajorans, it's a major part of the society. It's their government is the religious fucking order. Their religious leader is their planetary leader. It's the guy they send to negotiate. Is their pope. Like that.
Yeah.
That should disqualify them completely, and they never get into that discussion. And Kira just should at one point say, "Well, then we don't want to be part of the Federation. If we can't have our religious leader being our political leader, then the Federation isn't worth it to us."
Which is what they should have said.
Yes, and then the Federation should have done everything they could to convince them that that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
and
it leads well, you into be a protectorate.
Yeah, and it leads you to these shitty situations where your Pope is worshiping the devil and bringing into existence demons that destroy the universe.
And our random guy that happened to be exposed to your planet becomes your fucking savior.
Yeah. Again, Voyager didn't start the whole idea of raising up points that don't go anywhere and just spotlight bullshit in the universe.
And then not fucking answer the question.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing that I appreciate the most about TOS is it's real blunt and to the fucking point about things.
The whole idea that the Dominion War just kind of overrid the whole wormhole aliens Bajoran thing. And like by the end of it, that was like a subplot to the Dominion War. They were kind of connected, but they like forced it with Gul Dukat becoming like a Paul Wraith guy because he was crazy. Like
it had to become a subplot because the wormhole is just the bridge between the two places that you need to be in the story.
They would ignore the wormhole aliens for whole seasons, and they'd be issues for like one episode. The wormhole alien, they're back, they're doing something, and then bam, it'd be back to point A.
Yeah. And I mean, you can at least explain that with like they live outside of time, so they have no idea that they're fucking turning their back on you for like years at a time.
Yeah, but it should have been an issue.
So like, what do you want now? I was just looking at you a second ago. What's been 6 months?
Yeah.
In your time? Well, it's too fucking bad. See, that goes back to the transdimensional fucking comedy. Trek no babble.
See, this is why she's better than Worf though, because Worf should be like kind of a nerd for Klingon.
Yeah.
He should not be the epitome of Klingon. He is the best Klingon ever, and he shouldn't be. He wasn't raised on a Klingon planet. He was raised by Russian people on like a fucking Mars colony or something. Like
He should like beat fucking stews and.
well, he does like beat stew, but he doesn't act like he should act more like a human being than a Klingon. Like
I love my mother's borscht.
maybe I don't know. Maybe like a Klingon going through puberty in high school would like go like all study everything he could about Klingons, and that's why he's like honorable because that's the only history that the Federation has written.
Well, it
about
would
Klingons.
be how he rebels against his adoptive adoptive parents, right?
He goes
It's
all
the Freud
Klingon.
thing. Yeah.
And
I hate you, Dad.
I'm pretty sure B'Elanna Torres has like a weirder history with her parents. I think it was a guy human and a girl Klingon.
Yeah.
Like full-blood Klingon that like either died in battle or like left them. Like gave birth to her and like just left to go do some Klingon bullshit and never came back. And got killed for some reason. I can't remember her backstory. But that's why she doesn't like the Klingons and doesn't care about honor and shit, because her mother died for honor kind of bullshit. She actually has a
Yeah, because that's how she rebels against her fucking her parental figure.
There's an episode, I think, where she goes to hell.
Yeah.
Stovacor.
Yeah, Stovacor
and
on the boat.
talks to her mother, and
Yeah.
you're like, why? Like
Yeah,
now Klingon religion is real and
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
an afterlife? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, they killed their gods, you fuckheads!
Yeah, why is there
Did
a
you
hell?
not fucking...
Like, why wouldn't they destroy heaven and hell when they killed their gods?
That's why, like, my comment on fucking the Star Trek subreddit, they get downvoted to hell. I'm like, all these fucking crazy fever dreams you have to put up with.
Yeah.
Like...
That they try to legitimize as actual things happening.
Yeah, and it makes it worse. It's like,
Yeah.
no, stop fucking digging. Put the fucking shovel down.
Yeah,
Leave
just
it alone.
say it was a weird... Like, leave it vague.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain everything.
That's why the English Union Actor Star Warses are the good ones.
Yeah.
Because they know the lesson of leave well enough alone.
It's like when Geordi finds his mother in that ship that's stuck in the planet, and like he immediately thinks it's like her. She's communicating from across the galaxy.
Occam's razor,
Like,
for
yeah,
Christ's sake!
you're like, of course it's some alien that's using your memory of your mother to fuck with you, Geordi.
Yeah.
Like, what could it possibly
Do
ever
you know
be?
why
Like,
we need to bring back small forms of assault into civil society?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can slap sense
some-
back
yeah,
into
yeah.
people.
So you can just like a open hand slap is completely legal when somebody's being stupid enough.
I love him, slap. I hate him, slap. I love him, slap. I hate him, slap. Like, that joke exists for a reason.
Yeah. Like,
It's
Geordi,
called
you're an
hysterics.
educated fucking man. Like, what are you fucking doing? Like,
Slapping women isn't funny, David. It's not just women, it was everybody. Whatever happened to slapping sensitive people? I guess this is before Delta Flyer, so that's cool.
yeah,
I never really liked the
Delta Flyer.
Type 2
They
fucking...
tried to
runabout.
cram the living space of a fucking runabout inside the size of a fucking goddamn
Yeah.
shuttle, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't work, guys. But
It's a long-range shuttle that's smaller than a fucking Type 2. What?
what the fuck is
What roughly
Janeway?
says this is a Type 2?
I know Janeway's trying to get to know her potential chief engineer here, and wants to have like a one-on-one with her, but why have you left the bridge? You have an XO.
Oh, that's a fuck up Star Trek does all the time. That's got to be one of the things that Starfleet does on specific purpose.
And then they
contravene
just
things.
ignore.
Well,
Like,
maybe that's how they get rid of the gridlock in the fucking in the ladder of fucking promotions. You send your captain out all the fucking time, and yeah, we lose captains left, right, and fucking
Everyone
center.
gets a
And
promotion.
promotions though,
Promotions all around.
you'll be a starship fucking captain in 5 years. Kirk. Yeah, maybe Picard wasn't that special, but maybe that shit happened all the time. Where instead of putting like 3 fucking 5-year tours in before you get into fucking something better.
And that's another thing that is hard to believe, but when you think about it, they explain very well. Like how she just said that she talked to her professor about her. She remembers some cadet from 15 years ago and talking to the professor that she remembers and saying, "Oh yeah, she's my favorite student," and they never met, but she remembers her from some conversation 10 years ago. Like, Starfleet's not that small. Like, you wouldn't remember some random cadet from 10 years ago, even if one of your best friends said she's the best.
Yeah, no, she'd remember when she went home that night and rubbed her fucking bean out better.
No, what I'm saying is, they're part of a fleet. There's sections of the fleet that she can recruit from. She can't go to other places. She only has a small pool of officers to recruit from.
Well, the further out you get from Sol, the narrower your fucking options get.
Exactly.
Right? So
yeah. And it would just be like, okay, well, we're going to compartmentalize these fleets. An admiral from the 5th Fleet can't give orders to captain in the 4th Fleet. He has to tell that guy's admiral. And the admiral
that would be one of the assurances that when you present yourself to a fucking new species, you're like, yeah, well, we're not just going to go crazy and take over and have civil wars and shit like all the other empires around you, because we have all these doctrines of like, this person can't just go nuts and fucking take over and fucking... The most they could do is destroy one planet, not fucking...
like a Dune rules. One fleet can't do anything, because all 10 other fleets would turn on them.
Yeah.
One admiral can't go crazy and really affect much.
Because apparently that shit is a fucking problem in Starfleet.
Well, yeah, because doesn't TNG... Aren't we going to watch one of those episodes where, like, the Admiralty gets taken over?
It's the end of season 2.
Yeah. And I guess they do explain that well. They're like, it was slow. We had to slowly get all the admirals.
Yeah.
But there's only like 4 of them.
Look at this. They're stealing from TNG.
Well, just the visual of different ships, you mean?
Well, we're all the same ships fucking temporarily crammed together in the same space.
3 different ships from 3 different timelines.
Talk about lazy fucking writing.
That hasn't happened yet, Dave. Is TNG over yet? Voyager started up before TNG ended.
Oh, so TNG...
Oh, wait, no. Voyager started up before DS9 ended.
Yes.
TNG might be over already.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, they stole this.
Because TNG handed off to DS9, and then Voyager started at the same time.
Yeah, and it looks like they just stole the actual visual and just like copy and pasted over the...
They just replaced the one model with the...
Yeah, with the Voyager ships. Because they're set up in the same situation and moving in the same kind of way from the TNG episode.
It's funny, like, trying to depict such chaos, and you finally see ships randomly placed in space, which is what would normally make sense. Like, that shit would seem normal to you.
Yeah.
More like how you see Star Wars, I guess. See ships on fucking...
Well, and, like, solar systems have a plane. Right?
Well, on the planets. They'll usually have a plane that they mostly get along with. You might have oddballs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So that's the way you would...
Because that's how explosions work.
Occasionally you would get you'd fuck up your XY axis and ships would be upside down to each other and they'd come at each other, but they wouldn't come at each other like this.
Well, you'd mostly agree to approach from...
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna approach the star system like this and come right at the fucking star. They're gonna approach from outside the planes and then move their way in towards the star.
And then you could orient yourself however you want by the time you get there.
Because we're talking about giant fucking distances here.
Yeah.
Like,
literally astronomical. Or we're doing a rupture. Yep. Okay. Yep. I've got the episode in the bag. Done.
So, the original pilot was killed last episode, and Paris gets his position, right? They didn't bring him on board as the fucking navigator. He was just a consultant to help them find the Maquis.
Well, he's a fucking reject. He's rebelling against his father. Right?
Well, he was a captured Maquis. Yeah. He was part of Chakotay's resistance cell, or whatever you call it, Maquis cell. Who's that guy?
Doesn't matter now.
He's stunned. A man in a blue outfit. Man, he's getting knocked the frick around.
the fucking casting call. He just gets beaten with bats. Are you okay still?
Can you?
Okay, you can do
Can
this.
you throw yourself around a set
Yeah.
when it's not moving to make it look like you're moving and it's moving? Oh yeah, I can do that.
We need an actor with absolutely no shame.
You
'Cause
got
this-
it. You're the
you
one
have-
that's
you have
going
to-
right over the railing.
Yeah. All the other actors are gonna be standing around saying lines,
and
you're gonna,
shaking.
Yeah, and you're gonna be fucking rolling around the fucking soundstage.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready for this. Oh, by the way, you're making $13 an hour.
Yeah. Oh, and that was that easy. They just flew through the hole that was obviously an escape route, and they're fine.
He just gave you carte blanche to abuse your fucking
It was a joke.
subordinates.
Dave. It was a joke. Because they're rebels. They're not rebels. They made the right moral choice.
That's right. All these people are collaborators. That's what
Yes.
she's thinking. She's like, these are all
No.
spineless fucking twats.
Yeah, they're all sheep. These
Yeah.
are all sheep that just follow the rules. Even they're all Nazis. I got orders. I was just following orders. We were ordered to abandon those planets to the
Yeah.
Cardassians and let their people be subjugated to a dictatorship.
Which stands against the spirit of the Federation.
So I made a choice. Like Starfleet told me to and taught me to. I made a moral right choice.
Yeah, I guess that's like... Well, never mind. I was going to make some geopolitics, but I was like, yeah, but America's full shit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
What's the idea that they are the good guys,
Yeah.
and they should be making the right choice all the time, but they don't practice that. But
Yeah,
they preach.
I was like, if that was really the point, my point would have stood, but
Yeah,
no,
it's
it's not, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's profiteering.
God, I hate the pips.
Yeah.
Why are they bars? I don't. What? There's a pip inside the bar. It's just a bunch of garbage around his pip.
Yeah, I don't understand why some of the lines are smaller than the others.
I don't get. That's the commander, obviously,
Yeah.
but. And she has pips. Is that
She has the
part
old
of the
pips.
Maquis? Is that some Maquis garbage?
Oh, maybe it is.
So like, at a glance, they can
That's
see
why it
that,
looks,
why
that's
they're
why
different.
it looks Bajoran.
The
Think
whole
about it,
point
it
of
looks
the
Bajoran.
whole point about a uniform is so you're all on the same team. You're not supposed to differentiate each other.
No, they weren't going to go to work over that, Harrison.
God.
We want our pips.
Yeah.
Fucking, well, I'm not going to go to work without my pips.
And why does that Bajoran bitch get to be a Federation officer? I'm assuming she just joined the Maquis because she was Bajoran and they were fighting Cardassians. Ensign Rowe went to Starfleet Academy, but she was like the first one. She was like Worf.
Well, I guess you have fucking...
No, but I'm assuming like I said, there are ex
Yeah, but you gotta
Federation
assume-
officers, there are retired Federation officers, and there's Federation citizens.
Yeah, but you got to assume that there's Bajorans out there who are like, our ways are fucked and our whole world's backwards and fucking the Federation is the right way.
Yeah, but are you telling me that the Federation are letting a lot of Bajorans just join Starfleet?
Like American Jews from fucking Europe in the 40s. That ones, or in the 30s, the ones that
And
got
then,
before
yeah,
the
but
war.
why would? Oh, okay. And so they joined Starfleet, saying, "Oh, they're fighting during the Cardassian War. They're fighting the Cardassians, so we're going to join Starfleet so we can fight the Cardassians through them instead
It's better to help
Be-
you guys than
yeah,
to fucking
than be
try to be independent
on
and
well
be
and
worthless.
be a resistance cell on Bajor
Exactly.
and be
and
dying.
Be ineffective.
Yeah, I can get out. I've got out of there, or I was a slave on a moon somewhere, or during I was liberated by
Or
the
you would
Federation.
find out that your whole world
No,
got
during-
fucked by the Cardassians.
During the Federation Klingon War, they were liberated at some point from the Cardassians, joined Starfleet, and then Starfleet made peace, and they were like, "What the hell?" And then they joined the Maquis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So,
you
yeah,
get,
you would
well,
have-
you
you would
get
have-
crosstalk in
so-
every direction.
so
You'd have
during-
some who went
no,
one
but
way,
I mean,
some
like-
who went the opposite.
During that Cardassian War, there would have been an influx of a bunch of applications of these Bajoran citizens that were now technically Federation citizens because the Federation took over the Cardassian planet during the war, And they're like, oh, what do we do with these people? They want to join Starfleet. Okay, well, you know how to fight Cardassians.
Well, because you have to, you'd have to assume that they would allow.
So actually, we should see a lot more former Starfleet officer, Bajoran Starfleet officers that have joined the Maquis.
Yeah, and you'd have fucking white fucking humans going to join the Maquis.
Yeah.
Who are doing it out of principle.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you'd have fucking Bajorans who are joining Starfleet.
Why did you specify that they were white?
Because it's the whitest thing in fucking movie.
Oh, you mean like White Knight? Yeah. Those White Knight humans that come
yeah. Sorry, I should clarify that.
Yeah. Like white hats, like cowboy white hats and black hats. Okay. But yeah, that's exactly what would have happened. That's a cool story. Why isn't Discovery that? The Romulan, the Cardassian war instead of the Klingon war. We've seen the Klingons to death. They should have shown us the Cardassian war.
Well, which was the whole point that Ron Moore wanted to make of not using the Romulans.
Yeah.
And using.
But then, like halfway through the series, you can have the war end, and then the Maquis start up. Then it turns into like this Maquis, like all these characters that the main characters helped and helped join Starfleet. And Bajor's turning on them, being like, "What? You're just gonna listen?" They were like, "Yeah, it's Starfleet. Like, you should stay with us. We'll be." And they're like, "No, you're abandoning Bajor."
You could probably even make it where Starfleet did fucking turn a blind eye to the Maquis for a while. That's why they were. That's why they got a foothold. Like,
oh yeah.
Because initially the Federation would be like, "Well, we're not gonna,"
or like,
"We're not gonna go to the Badlands and root them out."
Or it's like the Federation Council against the admirals. The Federation Council says we're done with this war, and admirals are like, "Yeah, but we can't just abandon these people." So they're like, "Okay."
Meanwhile, there's phaser rifles disappearing every now and then.
So that guy, the guy Sisko doesn't. He's a commander. He has has no idea this is going on. But that commander that started the Maquis. He probably got orders.
Fucking Eddington.
No, but I mean the top leaders
would have been
of the Maquis.
Would have come out.
Yeah, he would have the
beginning brass.
The founders of the Maquis would have probably been either retired admirals that were so sickened what the council did.
Well, look at Sisko running into fucking Maquis guys who still have Starfleet uniforms.
Yeah, but then what you have is these admirals who are all pissed off. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to resign my commission. I'm going to go out to the Badlands and try to fight the Cardassians." And this one admiral goes, "All right, you do that. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to fucking put the brakes to everything. I'm going to put gum in the works and I'm going to make sure Starfleet doesn't fuck with you and lets you do what you want to do." And Sisko just never gets that message.
Yeah.
And he can't. He can't give those orders. He's just doing it subterfugely.
Yeah. Because also everybody trying to do the best they can, the Cardassians would be absolutely justified being pissed at the Federation because they'd be like, "We're coming across fucking Maquis with Federation Type 3 rifles."
And they're all retired or recently
the ones we tortured
recently resigned their commission Starfleet admirals, captains, and commanders.
And the ones we tortured laugh at us because they're like, "I'm not even Starfleet anymore."
So you basically just took your uniforms away from your citizens and continued the war.
You fucking which is why everybody hates the Federation, or has their gripes with the Federation,
and that's why the Federation never talk about it.
Fucking
and they never bring it up, and they're just
which is the most.
They're criminals. We do everything we can to
which
take
is the whitest racist thing you can do.
Yeah, totally. Alright, well, that Voyager episode did get us into a fucking spiral of conversation, definitely. That was season 1, episode 2, Voyager.
And Sisko being black would fucking...
I'm trying to end the episode, Dave.
He could dig into Starfleet so hard for that. He'd be like, "You white motherfuckers! I ain't gonna be your Uncle Tom!
Well,
I ain't gonna be your Uncle Tom!"
That would have been a good thing. Have Sisko be on the side of the Maquis, but be an honorable Starfleet officer and follow orders. It'd be like, "No, you can't. This is the law. You can't break the law."
He torpedoes the planet.
But I do agree. I understand. I
completely
completely agree with your point of view. But you are smuggling weapons and killing other citizens of a race that we are at peace with. Yeah. I have to arrest you. I can't fight with that moral compass. I'm a Starfleet officer. I can't break that.
Sisko is the justification for black cops today.
He needs to be more Picard than fucking Kirk.
Yeah.
He needs to he's so pissed off at the Maquis that he's willing to kill them. But it should be the exact opposite. He should be fighting every second with the decisions he has to make regarding the Maquis because he agrees with them.
Which is why fucking Eddington Uncle Tom's him.
Or at least have that with O'Brien.
Or slanders him that way.
O'Brien set that up with O'Brien. Because he fought the Cardassian Wars. He should have so much sympathy for the Maquis. Him and Eddington should have been buddies. And Eddington should have been like, "Yeah, it killed me not being able to tell you because I knew."
Well, that's why O'Brien was a good advisor to Sisko.
Well, because O'Brien should have been.
He was like, "Dude, I'm him.
No, but O'Brien should have
I'm
been
like a cut hair away. I can.
yeah, but I
eat
mean,
him.
like when they were finding out that there was a spy, from the Maquis
They should
and
have
everything,
suspected O'Brien.
they should have suspected O'Brien because he would have been vocal, being like, "We should be attacking the Cardassians," and he should have been agreeing with like Kira and stuff because they had a good relationship because they both hated the goddamn Cardassians.
Oh, suspect the sneaky Irishman.
Yeah,
you fucking
exactly,
say.
exactly. And then you find out it's Eddington, and Eddington and him were real good friends, and he's like, "Yeah, I knew you would agree with me, but I knew you were a loyal Starfleet officer.
Yeah,
and I
that you
couldn't
would
bring it
side
up,
with them in the end.
and you were a great cover."
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone was looking at you,
A
and
patsy,
I was
a fucking
and
Irish patsy
I was
is
playing
perfect.
the loyal guy, and I
Yeah.
knew you would disagree with me, and I knew you would turn me in, but I'm doing what I feel is right, and O'Brien would have been like,
Fuck, you're right.
"You are right, but."
Fuck you,
And-
you fuck.
yeah, and you are right too, Cisco. Like,
Yeah.
or he would have been the guy saying, "Cisco, you have to
Yeah.
you can't play with real gloves here. You got to play with kid gloves here because they are morally in the right.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you disagree with the way they're doing
Yeah.
it.
And the harder you push this, Cisco,
Yeah,
you'll
the
get
worse
more
it's going to
pushback.
be. The
Yeah,
worse
yeah.
it's going to be because they are on the high horse here. You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
throwing mud up
You're
at them.
pushing up a hill.
Yeah,
You're pushing
exactly.
up a hill.
So we have to compromise with these people. We can't just start destroying fucking planets.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay. God damn it, you started me back up again. I was trying to end it. Thanks again, Dave. Hopefully we'll be back next week. I don't know. We go week by week here. But thanks again, everybody, and hope you have a good one.
sweet and fire to